Elon Musk is beefing with MAGA?
I never thought that I was leave my face. No, I never thought that I was leave my face.
Hi, welcome to Street Politics. I'm Reese Waters. I apologize for the voice, but I just came off a leg of being a father during the holidays. But now that I'm back, Elon Musk is beefing with MAGA?
The way my jaw didn't drop at the fact that MAGA Republicans are now turning on Elon Musk, and here's why. There appears to be growing tension in the Republican Party as MAGA Republicans and influencers are becoming increasingly critical of Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy over the issue of international work visas, specifically the H-1B visa, which companies like Tesla use to bring in highly skilled workers such as engineers from India to work jobs in the United States for these companies. Now here's the part that should come as a surprise to no one. MAGA Republicans don't just want to stop illegal immigration, they want to stop all immigration, even though that would be going against everything we stand for as a nation, because this is a melting pot. What short-sighted MAGA Republicans want is for these highly critical and specific jobs to be filled by current Americans, and what they don't understand is sometimes the best and brightest workers bring their skills and expertise from other nations, and that's why we have visas like the H-1B. But don't let me waste time trying to explain this to MAGA Republicans like Laura Loomer, who are actively trying to create conflict between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. If you don't already know, Laura Loomer is one of Trump's best friends and a top MAGA influencer. She's also in favor of stopping all international students and workers from contributing to our economy. She also loves attention, which is why she posted this about Elon and Trump, quote, "Don't worry guys, the divorce is coming soon."
No, Laura Loomer, we not doing it. I know I accepted a late submission from Byron Donalds. I'll be honest, Tim Scott, I don't know how you top that. Hey, Byron. Yeah, your ex-wife back on the line. Yeah, she said bring her sunglasses back. But I can't just keep, you know what, let's see what you said. Because Laura Loomer has not disappointed us with her MAGA on MAGA trolling in the past. Hey, MTG, speaking of racism, one of your former staffers told me you have a favorite word that starts with N. What if the staffer has a video? It's rather ironic that MTG wants to call me a racist when MTG is a full-blown anti-Semite who believes that Jewish people use space lasers to control the world. Along with being an anti-Semite, Marjorie Taylor Greene is also a poor excuse for a Christian. Her marriage failed because she couldn't keep her legs closed while she was a new member of Congress and was too busy screwing some guy from her CrossFit. Oh, y'all thought I was gonna play that other clip, didn't you? Yeah. Well, don't worry. We got our Troll of the Year coming up. It'll be in there. Now, Musk started this with the number of people who are super talented engineers and super motivated in the USA is far too low. Ooh, they're not gonna like that. They are not gonna like that, which is good for the rest of us. Think of this like a pro sports team. And of course, I like to talk sports with Elon Musk. Thanks for that, Scottie Pippen. If you want your team to win the championship, you need to recruit top talent wherever they may be. That enables the whole team to win. That is fascinating. My response to that, Elon Musk, would be, it depends on who you think your team is. It depends on who you think is on your team. Of course, my companies and I would prefer to hire Americans, and we do, as that is much easier than going through the incredibly painful and slow work visa process. However, there's a dire shortage of extremely talented and motivated engineers in America. Ooh, they're not gonna like that. This is not about handing out opportunities from some magical hat. You don't get it. This is blindingly obvious when looking at NBA teams, as the physical differences are so obvious to see. However, the mental differences between humans are far bigger than the physical differences. Well, a couple of mental differences that I would like to highlight, because all of a sudden there is magical value in immigrants. I didn't hear any of that rhetoric before the election. Yeah, I didn't hear. No, before the election, they were just committing crimes and carving up cats and dogs. It's pretty much all. So, oh yeah, and signing up for the census. They were signing up for the census, committing crimes, and carving up cats and dogs, depending on whether or not you also consider that to be committing crimes. I would, personally. I would. Now, all of a sudden, they are so vital to our economy. That is a fascinating argument you definitely could have made before the election and chose not to. That is a mental difference. I would also say, as somebody who puts sports jerseys on his couch on a regular basis, I've not heard motivation to be one of the reasons why sports teams are unable to fill their rosters with American-born players. I've not heard motivation to be a thing. Typically, when you have the minimum player in the NBA, the guy who literally comes in with 50 seconds left to get cardio, making 5 times what I will make recording these videos every day for a year, and I do pretty good. Typically, when that's the carrot, it's not really a whole lot of motivation that's needed. But there was some response. Well, why don't you open a school? We have brains. To which Elon responded, if you need a school, you've already lost. Oh, I got it. So you're talking about these talented engineers. They're just born in foreign countries. They don't learn anything. There's just no way to teach a person to be an engineer. They're just born with all of that knowledge, apparently. That is fascinating. I remember as soon as the doctor smacked a newborn Allen Iverson on the butt, he crossed him over and sent him flying into the scalpel tray.
Take a look at the crossover. Mike said no. Allen said yes. The bucket, the crowd loves it.
Y'all gonna have to stop lying about that Michael Jordan being cut from the high school team. Yeah, we're gonna have to erase that footage of him dragging the guy who made the team over him at his Hall of Fame ceremony. We can't laugh at that no more. Oh, y'all wasn't laughing at that? Y'all thought it was cruel and sad? I wasn't laughing at it neither. I was just telling them that they can't laugh at it no more. It all comes down to this. Do you want America to win, or do you want America to lose? If you force the world's best talent to play for the other side, America will lose. End of story. And once again, I would like to raise the point, Elon Musk, it depends on who you consider America, doesn't it? Yeah, it really depends on who all you consider America. This is a fascinating open idea of America that you are advocating for, which certainly was not the tune leading up to the election when we couldn't possibly be qualified for anything. So yeah, we weren't even included in the America you were talking about before, but now it's just all expansive because that's what you want for your companies. Only 14% of U.S. residents are immigrants, but immigrants are responsible for 36% of crime. Crime. Is it crime? No? Statistically, immigrants commit less crimes? I could have sworn, because the only statistic they ever told me about with immigrants was crime. All right, what's he talking about now? Only 14% of U.S. residents are immigrants, but immigrants are responsible for 36% of aggregate innovation. Did he just learn that? Did he just learn? You mean he knew that the whole time, but yet all he wanted to talk about was crime? Wow. It's like he's just making arguments in bad faith. On Twitter? Who would do such a thing? 2/3 of this contribution is due to making their native-born collaborators better. Now, it sounds like, Elon, what you're saying is that people are made better when people come in from the outside with different sets of skills, which is what we call diversity. That is what it sounds like you are advocating for. Now, I know you would never do that on purpose. I know you would never do that on purpose, because diversity is a word that can only be directed at black people to discredit everything they've accomplished in their life. So you might want to go back to the drawing board with that one, because yeah, you don't want that smoke. And you especially don't want this smoke. This is from Laura Loomer. The elephant in the room is that Elon Musk, who is not MAGA and never has been, is a total effing drag on the Trump transition. He's a stage 5 clinger who overstayed his welcome at Mar-a-Lago in an effort to become Trump's side piece and be the point man for all of his accomplices in big tech to slither into Mar-a-Lago. Now, I would love to defend you against those allegations, Elon Musk, but did you not say that you spent Thanksgiving at Mar-a-Lago talking to Barron? Yeah. Even though you have more kids than NWA. Wasn't that you? Yeah. That's sounding stage 5 clingerish. I'm gonna be honest. That's sounding real stage 5 clingerish. And not to mention deadbeat. She continues, he told Bob Iger at Disney to go F himself over ad money, but he won't tell Xi Jinping and Li Qiang to go F themselves, and he's perfectly happy to take their money to fund his Shanghai gigafactory. Elon blocks the nominees and tries to undermine anyone and everyone who doesn't do his bidding. It's wildly inappropriate how a guy with no experience in politics, who's been a Democrat his entire life, is now staffing the Trump administration. Now I gotta throw the flag on that. Laura, I totally support the you going in on Elon, but Trump, the whole Democrat, no experience in politics. You know what? Just go ahead. He's completely compromised by the CCP, and he has unfettered access to President Trump. Yeah, I hate to stop you again, but you talking about being compromised. I mean, they found the documents, and then they went and aired Melania out, and he didn't do nothing. You know what? Go ahead. This is effed up, and we need it to stop now. It's the biggest elephant in the room, and everyone is too scared to talk about it. Now, when Elon tried to respond that he's talking about 0.1% level talent, she goes and looks up publicly available salary information at his company, says, so you're telling me that 70K per year entry-level jobs are 0.1% level talent. Nobody can afford to live off of 70K a year in today's America. Stop crying about declining birth rates when you want us to live like a bunch of welfare queens. Can't have a family and keep having more kids while making 70K a year and also working 80 hours a week. You can make more money working 40 hours a week and overtime at McDonald's each year. Now, Musk tried to fight back, but this, of course, is not his arena of excellence. Let's just say that.
Jump again. Jump again.
He says Loomer is trolling for attention. Ignore. She says telling the truth isn't trolling. Read the room, Elon Musk. You bought your way into MAGA 5 minutes ago after Trump almost had what happened in Butler. Remember when you voted for Biden and propped up Ron DeSantis and you said Trump was too old? We all know you only donated your money so you could influence immigration policy and protect your buddy, Xi Jinping. Oh, it's getting spicy in here. Cue the music.
I never thought the leopards would eat my face. Oh, I never thought the leopards would eat my face. But they are!
Now, as far as what Laura Loomer said, certainly he cannot read the room, because this is somebody who is only comfortable to operate in a room filled with people of his own choosing. That is why he amplifies his own account on his social media platform. You are correct that he did buy his way into MAGA, and he supported Governor Ron DeSantis. These are things that were apparent pre-election. Like, why was it okay in November? It was okay in November, but now in December it's a problem? Really? It's like MAGA just came to the realization that Elon Musk was rich. Which also begs the question, what is it that MAGA tells themselves about Trump's own value and worth, because they love to talk about how he's a man of the people and he's just like us, but then they poo-poo any idea of him also being responsible for Trump University and Trump Steaks and Trump Chitlins or whatever those rest of them businesses were that he had. Like they claim he's a magician when it comes to money, but yet he's just like us. Yes, that is the man to lead the popular revolution. On the one hand, you can stand opposed to Elon Musk and the tech billionaires, but what do you tell yourselves about who Trump is? That would be a fascinating thing to hear. Now, Elon Musk tried to fight back, but it went poorly. It went extremely poorly. At risk of stating the obvious, there are many attention-seeking trolls on all social media platforms trying to yank your chain. They win if you respond. Trolls? Did he say trolls? On Elon Musk's social media platform? No. Yeah, Loomer had something for that. Well, I guess I won because I got you and all your big tech buddies who are trying to infiltrate the White House to respond and expose yourselves as being in opposition to MAGA immigration policy. Thank you for telling the whole world that everyone who speaks out about H-1B visa foreigners taking jobs from Americans is an attention-seeking troll. P.S. You're still not our president. The real president knows H-1B visas are bad for America, and the real president is from this country. Now, that was solid. That was solid. I think the people won't like that one. And they did. Hey, MAGA, Laura Loomer is right. DOGE is all about Elon's pet projects and funding them. It will harm you. She's also right that Elon bought his way into MAGA 5 minutes ago, and he did support Ron DeSantis. Crazy Laura is spitting facts. And it really should come as no surprise that it's not even the new year and MAGA is already having their Elon Musk FAFO moment, because that Tesla been leaking for a minute.
Lost in all of the fighting over the government spending bill was the fact that Donald Trump actually said that we should get rid of the debt limit entirely. Why exactly would Trump want to get rid of the debt ceiling, one might ask, if we were going to cut $2 trillion from federal spending?
Because they lying. Because they lying. Oh, you know what? I'm going to let you finish. Go ahead.
He complained about the debt ceiling the entire time he was in office the first time. He inherited a $600 billion deficit, and he blew it up to $1 trillion deficit before the pandemic even hit. And now Musk comes into the picture with his moneyless, powerless, employeeless think tank. And with their very first opportunity to cut federal spending, they managed to cut cancer research for children and little else. Trump shits in gold toilets on private jets, and Elon Musk 20 years ago told us we would have self-driving cars within 2 years. In other words, you have one billionaire who knows no restraint at all, and another billionaire who is a pathological liar who's never delivered anything on time in his life. I guess it shouldn't surprise us that DOGE didn't even make it to inauguration.
I'll be honest, it kind of lends credence to what Elon Musk was saying about his inability to find talent in America. The fact that MAGA did not put this together pre-election, that the man obsessed with cutting taxes for rich billionaires and who exploded our deficit and has actively sought to get rid of the ceiling pretty much since his first administration, was not going to be good for their economy. Like, he might have a point, y'all. He might have a point. Y'all slow.
We have a problem with Elon Musk that needs to be addressed right now. If not, it's going to be even worse. Obviously, you saw everything that happened this week with Musk really tanking all of these talks about the spending bills and keeping the government open. This story has nothing to do with that. And it also has nothing to do with the fact that he's like Donald Trump's left-hand man, even though that should be Vance. Instead, we're making our way over to Europe, where now Musk is backing a opposition leader in Germany. And in doing so, he is ripping on the current chancellor of Germany in every chance he may have, even when the chance makes no sense. For those who don't know, in Germany, they had a tragedy yesterday in which a gentleman drove his car down a Christmas market. and 5 people were taken out and 200 people were injured. It was bad. And so Schultz not only visited today, yesterday he put a thing online saying, "My thoughts are with the victims and their families. We're at their side and at the side of the people." And how did Elon Musk respond? Schultz should resign immediately. What? Oh, and then he called him an incompetent fool, which, okay, you're just adding more to this? But I don't understand something. This was a tragedy, okay? And Schultz was he was literally just being the chancellor. That's like the minimum that you could just, we're so sorry for the family. It's the standard thing. It's what you have to do. But to see Elon react that way to such a simple thing like that scares me. Because if he truly does have Donald Trump's ear here in the United States, then we will have a bigger problem.
Raise your hand if you were surprised at how Elon Musk reacted. Yeah. The same guy. Yeah, that's the same guy when the door came off the plane, where there were no black people involved at all, decided to go in on HBCUs and how we are not qualified to be pilots. Yeah, the same. Shocked. I'm shocked he would react like this.
And I do want to make myself very clear here. It is a good idea to have a board filled with a lot of diverse people to give you different sides of things in a presidential cabinet. Because he's not going to have a position. It's good to be diverse. That's not the kind of diverse you want. Because as the way that it stands, Elon Musk pretty much threatened people in Congress to not pass that original bill. Ultimately, not saying, but without saying it and saying it, that he would fund other people to oppose them. And when you have that much money, you can scare people enough to do whatever you want to do. And that's where the problem lies. So we need to get this figured out now before things get worse.
Now, the reality is that a rift between Trump and Musk has been brewing for quite some time, something that Trump himself gave some gas to recently.
And he got over 2,000 units. That's a lot. And they flooded it with Starlink, and it was so good. It saved a lot of lives, so we want to thank him. But no, he's not going to be president, that I can tell you. And I'm safe. You know why? He can't be. He wasn't born in this country.
But the reality is this breakup could be even uglier than any of us ever imagined.
So now, of course, there's lots of speculation about when this relationship might implode. As has happened so many times over the years with Trump's generals and his best people, it all feels kind of inevitable, right? I mean, the thing is, this is not going to be the same, though, as Trump casting aside a Scaramucci or a Rex Tillerson. Because Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. He owns a social media megaphone, a platform where he has over 200 million followers. And we just saw the power he wields over the Republican Party. He also has billions of dollars in government contracts. I mean, we're relying on SpaceX rockets to get American astronauts to space and back. This is not an easy relationship to untangle. That's my point. So yes, I mean, this breakup could happen, but if it does, and it may take longer than we suspect, I do think if it does, it's going to be very, very messy.
You know, Trump, I know what will really take Elon off. You should join Blue Sky. Yeah, just start posting on Blue Sky and Threads. Oh, he will lose it. Or you could just start hiring a bunch of black people. Yeah, you start hiring a bunch of black people. He won't stand for that. Start spending a whole lot of time with your kids. Yeah, that'll stick it to him. On the bright side, Elon, you're not the only tech bro who got dragged over the holidays. Yeah, they took time away from their families to drag y'all. Vivek woke up the day after Christmas and thought to himself, let me go post to my white supremacist followers that American students are lazy and stupid and immigrants are smarter because their parents didn't let them watch Saved by the Bell.
A lazy, wrong explanation. A key part of it comes down to the C word, culture. A culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. Sounds a little embittered, maybe. Is it American culture that's the problem?
Somebody got stuffed in a locker. I'm not going to say who.
Oh, we gonna have to talk about that. Coming soon.
I never thought the letters would eat my face. No, I never thought the letters would eat my face.